Hi, my name is Connor Kovacs. This will be my SIP showcase for my centerline tool. This is my full prototype. I've generated two different models for this kind of demo. This is my main one here, is the larger printed metal beam. These are steel cut beams. They are held together by this screw here. So you just unscrew this to unlock it, and when you're at the appropriate part to clamp it down, this just spins in place until it locks in. As you can tell, I have a kind of a stool, bar stool kind of thing here. This is what I had available. The main criteria for this one is that it is meant to be for larger objects. So this was something that I had on hand that could be measured. The main limitation of this prototype is that because it is made out of these large metal beams, it cannot go smaller than that. So the limiting factor is kind of, you can push this all the way in, but there is going to be a limit to how small it can be unless you were to cut down on these metal beams extending. But the overall idea for this is the same. And again, the idea for this product is that it is for larger objects, not smaller ones. But that is a limitation that I noticed with this prototype, so that is why I shifted over to this one. This was another model that I had developed in the process of making both of these. This is an idea in order to solve the objects too small problem. I have this little Home Depot bucket lid kind of as an example. Basically, this one is, you have the end piece here. This is press fitted in. And then you have this object. This one slides along the rod until you get the desired weight. So it is just punched through there, and then it is press fitted into there. So the idea is that you would put this in and you would clamp it down, and you would be able to take a Sharpie or some other marking tool and just go across the top here. This is not clamped in. Let me see if I can clamp it. There we go. So if you're looking over the top of it, this is not the sturdiest bit. Our main problem is getting a end piece here to lock this in, to give this a little bit more sturdiness, and potentially make these a little bit thicker so they have a little more weight to them. But the idea is that you would get a marker and you would be able to mark through here, and that would give you your center line. And the benefit of this one is, again, this can be as short, or if you have a long enough rod, this could theoretically go as wide as you want. Kind of the same thing with these end pieces are currently press fitted in. They would be epoxied or some other adhesive to keep them together. But again, this is kind of the idea with this one, is that it's like, if you have a tool or if you have a desire to fit something bigger, or a commonplace piece in your workshop, or whatever product you're designing, you would be able to say, hey, I need to be able to measure between 2 feet and 3 feet, or 6 inches to a foot, and you'd be able to get a design for that and a press fit for it. That is my current design process for it. So the main idea is that it doesn't just fit flat boards. The angled base lets you kind of, as you can see, it kind of lets you wrap a circular object in here. I do intend on having a flat base for wooden boards or any kind of rectangular shape like that, to make that a little bit easier for something of this size. If you wanted to be able to cut something of a larger size, or even just have a larger straight edge for a piece of plywood, or any kind of thin sheet metal that was in a more square shape. But that, I believe, covers everything.